This is Lindsay Miller with your news headlines for Wednesday, February 17th. Governor Asa Hutchinson is probably right at this moment outlining his plan, his conservative tweaks for what's been called the private option, what he wants to call Arkansas Works, to the health reform legislative task force today. Earlier today, the governor released a letter that he got from federal HHS Secretary Sylvia Burwell that came in response to the governor's meetings with her earlier this year, where he asked for permission to make some of these tweaks. The long and short of it, David Ramsey says, is the state has sort of broad permission to proceed, but they'll have to iron out the details later. One thing not included in the list of proposed changes, Ramsey says, is an asset test. That's where the state would charge beneficiaries a fee if they, say, had a $200,000 house. That means that the feds have already turned down the program. There's a new crazy mailer in the crazy race for Chief Justice of Arkansas Supreme Court. This is another one from Judicial Crisis Network, the dark money group that's been negatively targeting Associate Justice Courtney Goodson, who's running against Circuit Judge Dan Kemp. This one says that Goodson is a stooge for Obama, who's enabling illegal immigration, which is crazy because what they're talking about is a unanimous ruling that the court, where the court found that the state's voter ID law was unconstitutional. So I guess every member of the court is in the bag for Obama. This is like Ted Cruz saying that John Roberts is a liberal. It's just nuts. But who knows? I mean, you throw a lot of money at a race like this, it could move the needle. Justice Center, a part of the Council of State Governments, today appeared before the Legislative Task Force, the Criminal Justice Oversight Task Force. All these task forces have such crazy names, to remind lawmakers and other members of the task force some of the sort of negative facts about Arkansas's criminal justice system. For one, Arkansas has the fastest growing prison population in the country. Crime is falling faster in surrounding states. Corrections cost the state $500 million a year, and if we continue at this pace, will cost $1.3 billion in the next decade or so. Today, Justice Center discussed the Arkansas sentencing guidelines, which were put in place in the state in 1993. What the guidelines recommend a sentence length based on severity of an offense and an offender's criminal history, but they give prosecutors and judges wide latitude to deviate from them. One big takeaway was that Arkansas is sending a lot of people to prison who commit offenses that, according to the sentencing grid, should not require prison time, and that's costing the state quite a bit of money. $7 million is what the Justice Center said today. So more on that coming on the blog, and much more on the governor and the health reform task force. So check us out. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks.